CK Danielson, Underground Craps. Welcome back, gang. All right, this is just the intro to the video, gang. The video is going to be about trapping, releasing and trapping with the dice. The video will explain everything. Thanks for watching, gang. Hope you enjoy the video. We're just shooting around after laying down a little, just a little small 12. That'll be the video coming out really soon, right after this trapping, releasing and trapping video. It's just a training video, but it shows, it's nice. It shows our, we're actually using the 6.551 dice set in that video, which is our crapless dice set, for high edges, Hardways, outside numbers, the horns, all that kind of stuff. Hey, see you on the other side, gang. This video, though, is releasing and trapping with the dice. Releasing and trapping with the dice. The video afterward will show you what we did here, gang. When we use our 6.551 for a viewer who asked, what dice set do we use to throw the 12s? In that video, you'll get a chance to see it. See you on the other side. CK Danielson, Underground Craps. Welcome back, baby. All right. Guaranteed video today, gang. This is going to be, welcome back in, everyone. This is going to be a video for the beginners on this one. Got to break it down. There's so many videos I want to do, but I want to break this down right here and really stress 2 points. Stress 2 points, gang. Okay, and the first point, this video is going to be called Trapping and Releasing. Release and Trap. Release and Trap. I was on the interwebs last night, yesterday, watching someone throw, and I just noticed how so many people, they want to be, when they throw the dice, they want to hit the dice. We'll show you down here where they hit the dice at. So many people want to put the dice like right in this range. Right in this range. Now, this is really the range. Okay, I'll say this. My range is, just to be honest, to be up front with you guys, I like, is that about 6 inches, probably right there? This is the optimal range for me, personally. What I think, if I was to tell someone to start off beginning dice control, which you're actually going to not begin with dice control. You're going to begin with just learning how to grip, hold, throw, release the dice, stand with the dice, all that kind of business. So you're going to be more on the influenced based, as the internet likes to say. If you're a dice influencer, you're really not a controller. There's a specific difference. A lot of people, smart people on the internet, they want to run around shouting about Bone Whacker. Shout out to the Gaming Pro for the Bone Whacker. We'll try to throw that clip in somewhere here.
Bone Whacker can develop your signature number after about 1,000 rolls. Okay, I'm winning. Bone Whacker can develop your signature number after about 1,000 rolls. Okay, I mean that's pretty funny. If you look at these rolls right here, it doesn't take a friggin' genius that I got a 4 here, a 4 here, a couple of 4s over here, another 4 here. That 4 is my signature number. Okay, you can figure that shit out. You don't need 1,000 rolls to do that. Learn how to read your rolls. Okay, it doesn't take, like I said, a genius to figure that out. Then you might hear Bone Whacker on one of the videos say that your throw is only 44% on axis. That I need more data and another dice set. Well, okay, for your players that don't know, you can make a shitload of money throwing off axis.
One of these sides over here, this one or that one, I'm not sure. But the Bone Whacker clip will be in there. A lot of talking heads and smart people want to make it seem like you need to land way, like out here. It's pass line, don't pass. One of these two, so you have a marker. Then, bounce in there. Hopefully you'll bounce in down there. Your dice will come here, but then you're looking to hit, and it kind of, like skip. You're kind of like trying to skip to the thing, and you're, like you're skipping rocks. Okay. And so they're trying to hit the dice, skip them down into here, let them come off, then do their little scatter pattern. They're really hoping to not get up on the wall. It seems to me that a lot of people, even not new people, and this video is really for new folks, for the new beginner, because I really want to get you off on the right step, because it's really, really, really important how you release the dice and where you land the dice. Like, we want to get you started off on the right foot here, gang. It's just a lot of people doing videos on the internet, trying to come up on the internet. We're not trying to come up. We've been around for 500 years. You guys already know that. Well established. And I'm going to tell you right now, as a beginner, the optimal range for where you want to be landing is going to be right here. You want to be right here? We'll throw another pair of dice in here to show you where also you want to be. Man, that's silly. Darkness. Keep the door closed over here. Fucking copyrights. Trying to film, but all right. So we got two pair of dice. This is where you want to land right here. Your eventual goal, would be to get as close as you can to the wall. So what I figured out a long time ago, guys, was, and I'll do a separate video on dice trapping. I'm going to be the first to tell you that this has a little bit of awkwardness. Okay, this is a dice trapping throw, but the way we're going to be throwing it today, okay, welcome back, by the way, welcome back. Got a nice little episode today for you. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. We'll be trapping the dice, trapping them. We want to get them. See, this is my two fingers, right? See my two fingers? We don't want two fingers out. We literally want to jam them, like a finger, like my middle finger out, the dice land like that. So you should be able to get your middle finger, my middle finger. So about that big. It's about half an inch, whatever, half an inch to an inch from the wall is what you want on this throw. Because this video is specifically on trap release, trap. The way you release the dice, and the way where you land them down here. That's what I mean about trapping. You want to start off, if you're a beginner, around 6 inches out is probably where you want to be, about 6 inches out. But ultimately, you want to move into the wall. Don't be afraid of the wall. You want to move into the wall. Don't be like a lot of people on the internet. They're scared to move into the wall, I assure you. So here are our zones right here. Here's my zones. I started off right here, gang. I was probably more out here, like pass line. Then I moved it in here to about 6 inches out. 6 inches. Then I moved into about 4 inches out. Then I really found the sweet spot, 4 inches and into the wall. So for these red dice are into the wall. The red dice into the wall. This space right here from the red to the blue, that is a sweet spot for a beginner. That is a sweet spot for a beginner. For an advanced, like me, bomb thrower, these kind of guys, heavily advanced, we want to be into the wall, like much closer. Like much closer. You're talking about probably, even if you're not, the blue dice are where I represent right now. That's my ultimate spot where I'm looking to hit every single time. I'm wanting to get into the wall every single time. Now, if you're not comfortable with that yet, because it does have different dice reactions, you want to be about this range right here. This will be when you start getting better and better and better, you'll understand that when you get into this kind of spot right here, you're starting to get into a nice sweet zone. A sweet zone where you feel comfortable handling, because when you're throwing a dice in here, you're getting reactions. On each area, you're going to have a different reaction. So for these purple one, it's for a lot of beginner, it's like, we'll have to talk about reactions in another video, because it's just so much to break down with this stuff, guys, without like jumbling up and trying to make sure it's clear and forward, you know, precise, right to the point on topic. And I'm really trying to do my best with that. So let's get back to it. The purple is going to be a much easier position for, or landing zone for beginners. And they're going to be more comfortable overall with landing out here at this area, comfortable with the reaction of the dice. So when they throw the dice down and they get a reaction in here, overall, most people will be much more comfortable, like if they're landing here at the pass line or landing around 6-8 inches out. They're going to be more comfortable with the way the dice hit, and then they, you know, where they land and then they hit and do their reaction, however they react, right? A lot of people won't be comfortable with being closer to in here where the red ones are at. That's going to start to get to be where it's an uncomfortable range for a lot of people. And the reason being is because they're not used to seeing dice reactions from that. You know, a lot of folks don't talk about that, but you know, me here, we're going to talk about the things that are really important. Shout out to Bone Thrower. He understands. And I know others out there understand as well, but the bottom line is out here, it's an easier landing zone for you with dice reactions, because it isn't only just throwing the dice, releasing the dice, landing. It's actually dealing with and absorbing and analyzing the reaction of the dice, because you have to be able to do all that. Grip them, throw them, position, release them, land them. Now, if they land them, there's a whole nother section to deal with. Now we got to deal with the actual reaction of the dice. We don't want to make a fuss about it, but we got to deal with that reaction. The bottom line is you got a different reaction out here with the purple dice. That's a beginner level. If you're going to be more advanced, you're going to step it in here. You're going to step it in here to like the 4 advanced landing zones will be around 4 inches in to the wall right here. Now the blue ones, that's where I'm at. That's the highly advanced. That's the highest you can go. You can't get any closer to the wall. You literally want to get into the wall every time, every single time. So I just wanted to break that down real quick, gang, because this is going to go into our dice trapping, you know, trapping and releasing. So you understand where we want to land these things. So don't be concerned with the red ones right now. Don't be concerned with the blue ones right now. This is a beginner video. If you're advanced, okay. You know, if you've been throwing out the purple out there, about 6-8 inches out, it's time to move it in. If you're advanced, let's move them on in a couple inches into the red, and we'll slowly work into the wall. Because what I've learned over the years of dice control, fooling with these dice, the closer you get into the wall, the better you are. That's just the bottom line is. I mean, the closer you throw to the wall, the better you are, in my opinion. Because the closer you throw to the wall, we're going to also have to add another element. You're going to have to understand that the dice spin, which isn't a part of this video, but it's a part of trapping the dice into the wall. Because when you really get closer to the wall, you're going to find out that you're going to want more spin, more spin. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with this video, but the way we throw this throw, so with the blue ones here, when we throw this throw, we're using the Warhawk Assassin throw right here. When we throw this throw, you see how we land directly into the wall, directly into the wall. They hit the wall and they just go, you know, they just flatten out nicely. You're not always going to get that reaction, but see, you got to be able to handle the reactions and learn the reactions of up on the wall, so you understand, you know, how your dice are rolling. Because when I showed this throw first on the internet, a lot of people don't understand. They're not used to seeing the dice scatter around off the back of the wall like that, because most people, let's just face it, they throw the dice and they're like this. They're used to seeing, they want to see the dice, and this is how you would know when someone's like not really advanced. They want to see the dice out here landing, then they want to see the nice, easy hit against the wall and the stop. If you're doing that, you're at the beginner level. Sorry. Is what it is. Let's just get on with it. So trapping and landing. So we showed you the zone. This will be the zone where you want. Right here to begin with. Right here, gang. You want this zone. If you need to put chips out there, that's fine. I'm going to actually put the chips a little bit forward right here, because I don't want to chip my dice. I do a lot of dice chipping because the way this throw, you know, the dice are flying tight together and they land on each other. So this is where you want to be landing right here, gang. You want to be landing just in front of the chips. And if you see where that landed, So maybe 2 inches in front of the chips. Probably right in here. Looks like that's about where it landed. I have to go back to the video, check it out. That's about where it landed. You want to be somewhere in this range to begin with. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Now let's go to the release. Let's go to the release. Now the release, well, that thing was rolling, wasn't it? Now the release, it's going to probably take us a couple different videos with this gang, so bear with me. We're going to try to do a good job here. Don't have that much time to really expand on this thing because it all is technical and you really need to break it down slowly and not too fast, because I recognize in my videos that there's so much more I could say per video. And that's why I'm trying to do my best to kind of break them down to really piece it together. Okay, so let's get on to this release. So the release we're throwing, you see a lot of people, and you know, there's nothing wrong with it. That's what they want to do. Ultimately, the release I think you should be a release that's going to condone, give the dice a release where they're going to flow out of your hands. So therefore, you'll get rotation on the dice. When we throw the dice, we want to get rotation. We want to really get these dice spinning around. You know, we want to get these big dice. We want to get these things spinning. In the books, they tell you want to have 3 to 5 turns or 2 to 3 turns, whatever. I never could get into all that shit. You know, I just found out that the slower I would spin the dice, rotate it, you know, where they're spinning, the rotation on them, I found out that the worse control I had, influence over the dice. Now, the faster you spin them, I think the more control you will have on them. But to spin them fast, you want to have the trap. You want to trap. You want to trap up against the wall, into the wall. Again, I'll do another video later on, a trapping video. I'll show all kinds of clips, things like that. I'll take you back. It's a vintage video that I did like 7 years ago, a couple videos, trapping. I'm surprised the internet didn't run with it, because that's like the new book shit. There's no books written on this. I gave you the book. I was going for years. Internet didn't do anything with it. Instead, they wanted to run around with my Craps Hackers stack grip, steal that grip. Well, not steal it, but it really is just a stack, and then, you know, make a big fuss about it with bone whacker and all this crap. We'll be doing a video about that. Don't let me sidetrack, but I'm aware of it. So when you release these dice, you want to release them to where they're going to actually get rotation out of your fingers. Now, if you're releasing the dice with your hands open, you're not getting rotation, like proper rotation. I'm just telling you right now, this shit ain't cutting it. If you're releasing like this, sorry. And if that hurts your feelings at home, if you're doing that way, just correct it. Don't let your ego get hurt. It has nothing to fucking do with the ego. I'm here teaching you something that's going to get you past where you're at right now. That's what I'm doing out here, gang. But the way I like to release, I like to do like this. So I turn my hand sideways. See, so this way you can see that the dice will literally just barely kind of fit in there. They'll slide out. And when they come out naturally, they'll get a rotation. If you're doing all this, like, you can get rotation like this because it'll still come off. You can still get to come off the thumb, you know, when you open up like that. But I personally think the release should be like this, because you're going to have a tight release. You're going to have the dice staying tight together. That's part of keeping the dice tight. Flying in the air is releasing like this with your hands, like this. Not like this, not like this. Because you'll see guys on the internet, they're like releasing like that, releasing like, you know, all like that. And again, Howard Rock and Roller passed away a year ago. Condolences to his family. Great shooter. He actually explained that, you know, at the Dominator Club and all that, they want your hands to be, you know, this way. But he said, you know, you can actually release like that. And I happen to agree. The main issue is my issue with that release is the spinning issue. You're just not going to get the spin like if you do my regular. Now watch it. I might have to slow this one down, but you guys will see my slow. We're doing the regular Warhawk setup right here. And you see the release on them babies? Released really nice. No dice set. Flew really tight, and at the end, they broke off because I'm now actually doing that little special thing with my back finger, this finger. right here. I'm pushing it down a little bit more. See that? Pushing it down just a little bit. And what that does is that allows the dice, I figured out how to actually make the dice do that now. Instead of them just doing it, me not knowing how they're doing it. You know, throw them like a missile, and they turn. And when they turn, they slightly split, allowing enough breathing room to get in there in the wall nice and snug and to stamp down and trap in on whatever dice set that I'm using. And that's the way that throw goes, gang. Let's try it again. And we'll get that in slow-mo later on. We'll clip that slow-mo so you can actually see the landing, the hand, how it's releasing, how the dice are flying tight. At the end, they slowly split off. That's why I harp about this grip. The grip. I can't begin to tell you so much about the grip, gang. So let's circle back around on this real quick and get ready to ride on out. Get ready to get on this horse and ride on out, gang. These dice sets don't mean anything. They're just there as a prop today, gang. We'll just put them on 5, 4, 4, 5. Okay, so this video, to sum it up, bring the horse to the water. We're looking at releases. We're looking at trapping. Now, this release was based off of a 3-finger premier grip. If you use another release, that's fine. I do other throws. You know, do my super grip, which I think I changed the name to Super Hawk. I think it's a Super Hawk. I thought like this. You know, see my arm goes like that. But see, when I release it, I'm trying to keep my hands tight like this because I'm holding the dice like this and boom. And they stay like that. I'm not releasing it, opening up my hand. They're like that. So whatever throw you're throwing, try to keep your hand in a range where it's, you know, if your dice are able to get a spin on them, you know, keep it in that range. Okay, so here we go. We're going to use the Crap Hackers stack grip. We throw it 2 different ways. Here's one way. We'll see if we can catch this on film. I don't know if I might have to slow it down, but if you could see, you know, when I threw them, you know, I did like that. My hand, there's no opening up. It's, you know, like I'm like this. See that? Like that. So it's boom like that. So it's still like a similar type of release. Why? Well, because so we can get rotation on the dice. We want rotation on the dice. Okay. That was a terrible roll. I don't fucking get me wrong. Here, we'll do better on this one. Here we go. Snap them. Stamp them down in there. A little bit tall, but we stamped them down in there. So I'll be expounding on this in other videos, gang. Will be trap release. You want to release with smoothness, not your hand out wide, all that shit. Nice and easy, hand grip, as like in grip pressure in our videos, not the wide shit. You can get away with that. But ultimately you're trying to get this. You're trying to get this. That way the dice get to spin. And we'll be doing another video about the spin I use. The way I throw, I actually spin into the wall. Well, no, we can. Just a little bit long. Kind of like this video, a little bit long. Unreal. Okay. So we fell off a little bit on this video, gang, but that's what you want to do. Release, trap, release, trap. We'll go into it later on. Release smoothly. We're mainly talking about the premier grip again, gang. Release smoothly. Try not to do this. Because a lot of people throw with the premier grip, so I'm trying to help those out. A lot of people will start off with that grip. Do your best not to release like this. Try to at least do like that. Because it's going to be tough at first to actually understand how to release the dice out of your hands for it to get the rotation on it. You know, but try to do your best to not do this shit. At least keep your hand, try to keep your hand like together like that when you throw. Try not to do that. And also land in this 6-inch zone. Those are your 2 things for today. Smooth releases, cool landings in here. The better you get, you move your landing up closer. CK Dangerous arm. Underground craps. All right, gang, we're out on that note. You got a lot of value from this one. That's a nice throw right there. It's a nice throw right there. You see that one land deep in there? Again, gang, start off here. If you're a beginner, start off here. You want to get better, move in here. You want to get real nasty and you're advanced, you're going to be in here for sure. You want to be at the top, you move in here. CK Dangerous Arm.